Alright, I've had this for about a month now. This is the OnePlus 6. It's the upgrade to the OnePlus 5T. A lot of people at the time were like, oh, well, what's it going to be? And we saw a lot of leaks. Anyway, this is what we got. We got the new, just over a 6-inch display. Comes with the notch. I wasn't particularly happy about it. A lot of people are not happy with notches on phones with Androids at the moment because they don't actually provide any real purpose. But it came with it anyway. And honestly, it's not that bad. So, a little bit of a rundown of the phone. Everybody knows the specs, but I'll go over them quickly. It's a Snapdragon 845, like you get in all your flagship phones right now. This is the 128 gig variant. It is the midnight black, so it's like the matte black finish that has the S shimmer on the back. The 128 gig version also comes with 8 gig of RAM. The 64 gig version comes with 6 gig of RAM. I don't know how much of a big difference that's going to make to daily usage, but that's what it is. They also do a 256 gig version of this as well. Comes in not only this color, also comes in a mirror black, which is real shiny mirror, which I'm sure you've seen. It also comes in a white, and I believe tomorrow it comes out in a red, which looks really nice. I was going to get it, but I'll just stick with my midnight black. I like the matte colored finish. So yeah, has a 3.5mm headphone jack still, USB-C for charging, has the new Dash charge, but they've changed the name for it because Amazon copyrighted the name Dash for some stupid reason, so OnePlus can't use it anymore. So it just comes up as rapid charging. It's the fastest charging phone you can get on the market. Bam. It's great. It's faster than your S9 that only uses Qualcomm Quick Charge 2 for some reason. I don't know why they didn't involve Qualcomm Quick Charge 3, but by the by, it's weird, and this is what's good about this phone. The only thing this phone doesn't have, yes, it's a glass back, but it doesn't have wireless charging. I don't know about you, but I don't know anyone who uses wireless charging. Not one person. I don't know where there's things come out where you have to have wireless charging if you have a glass back phone, which is just not true. I mean, it's just not. The iPhones, the iPhone 4 didn't have wireless charging, so no one made a cry about that. There's plenty of glass phones that have not had wireless charging. Some of your Huawei ones have not got wireless charging. Wireless charging on this would defeat the object of what OnePlus are doing with this phone with the fast charge. It'd be so slow compared, it'd ruin the experience. Just buy yourself another Dash charger and a cable, keep that on you at all times, and fine. You know, you need a top up, plug this in for 10 minutes, you're going to be good for the rest of the day. So it also comes with an OLED screen. It's only 1080p, but it's OnePlus's optic AMOLED screen. It's made by Samsung, as OnePlus like to tell everybody when the Pixel 2 XL came out, and it was made by LG, and it was absolutely crap. It was like, the screen LG made was like, the screen was like somebody had poured a bucket of sand over it, then took a shit on it, and then cleaned it off and then threw it in the phone. It was horrible. I know some people are going to say, oh, it's not that bad, but on a phone that's $850, a screen that's not that bad is unacceptable. Maybe on a phone at $300 or $400, a screen that's not that bad is kind of acceptable. They should have just used an LCD panel instead of going with that stupid POLED. But anyway, different story, different phone. So yeah, 1080p. This thing looks great, nice and bright, no problem. You get, with the OnePlus, you get the alert slider, so it's so easy to do not disturb, things like that. One of my favorite features of the OnePlus. What I found on old OnePluses though was, it had this feature, but I couldn't go in and manually set do not disturb, and I can on this. I've not seen anyone mention that before, but on this phone, unless I was doing something wrong on every single OnePlus phone before it, and I've had every one of them, I couldn't do it. This phone I can, so that's great. We like that. Has pretty decent cameras as well. One is just purely for depth, but in the right conditions, you can get pictures that are almost as good as the Pixel. Not as good, but almost as good. When you consider how much the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL are, and you've got to compare this to the XL version, you can't compare it to the much smaller 5-inch version. So compare the price, it's a hell of a deal. Front-facing camera is also 16 megapixel, and that is quite good in the right conditions too. So how has my experience been with this phone? I love it. I recently went with the Moto Z3 3 Play. You'll see the review that I did last week if you look back in my videos. It's the only time I've not had this phone since it came out, and I missed this phone so much. The speed on this phone, the fluidity, it's the fastest Android out there. It's faster than the Pixel. It's like the iPhone equivalent for an Android. It doesn't bog down. Apps don't have to reload, even though they do on the iPhone. I can open tons of apps on this thing and nothing has to reload at all. It just does such a good job. No stutters, I don't get any app crashes, anything like that. It looks good, it feels good in the hand, albeit a little bit slippery, that's what she said, but yeah, it does look good. People have asked me about it, asked what is that phone, especially when they've seen the photographs I've taken with it. When I post photographs on social media, I get family and friends saying, wow, what did you take that with? And I'll say, my OnePlus 6, and they're like, your what? They've never heard of it. Unfortunately, you can't get the OnePlus 6 with a carrier here at the moment in the United States. Whether that'll change going forward or in the future with the OnePlus 6T, which I've got a feeling they might do because they're talking about 5G and there's a big push with 5G, and hopefully it's with T-Mobile. I think T-Mobile, being a really fast network, trying to lead the way into 5G, would be the carrier for the OnePlus 6. What am I saying? I'd like it to be on all carriers because I'd love everybody to get it, but I have T-Mobile, so I'd rather be on T-Mobile. So, yeah, it's... people aren't hearing of it because it's not sat there in the store. I can guarantee you, if this was sat in the store and you pulled somebody over to it and said to them, hey, you can buy the 64 gig version of this for $529, or you can buy the Pixel 2 XL 64 gig version for $849, and you looked at the two phones, they're only going to walk away with one phone, and that is the OnePlus 6. What OnePlus have done with this device is amazing. It's so well built. It's built every bit as well as the Galaxy S9 and the S9 Plus. Don't let anybody tell you any different. I am a Samsung diehard user, but I fell out with Samsung with the S9 Plus because it's just an S phone. And I know it was rumored to be that way and everything, but I fell out with it. This, it's not an S phone. This is a true upgrade. Like the T from the OnePlus 5 was a big upgrade. From the OnePlus 5 to the OnePlus 5T, that was a big upgrade. This is an even bigger upgrade. This is faster than the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Screen is really good. It's not as good as Samsung's QHD screen. Never going to say it is. Nobody's got a screen as good as Samsung's. But for a 1080p screen, it's the best 1080p you're going to get. And you'll be hard pressed to not think it was QHD unless you're, you know, a real pixel counter. So it's fantastic. So gets down to pricing. Like I say, you can pick this phone up, 64 gig, 6 gigs of RAM. It's only going to cost you $529. That's only $30 more than that crappy Moto Z3 Play. And that phone is crap, let me tell you. This is not. This is head and shoulders above it. There's just no comparison for $30. Especially by the time you've bought the Moto Z3 Play from in a store, you're probably going to pay tax on it, so it's going to cost you the same anyway, because this thing is no tax when you order it online, or it's not for me anyway, so it makes it equal. There's just no competition between them. The Moto Z3 Play compared to the OnePlus 6 is like looking at a $200 crap phone compared to an $800 or $900 flagship, even though this isn't an $800 or $900 flagship. It's better than the Galaxy S9. It's not bloated or anything like that with just useless crap that a lot of people don't use or don't want. What this does have is a very vanilla Android skin, very much like the Pixel, but it adds on top of it useful features that don't slow the phone down. This runs circles around the Galaxy S9. The new LG G7, that's $750. Whoever decided that phone was going to be that price and released that soon to the OnePlus 6 needs a new job, because that phone is alright, but this again runs ring around it in every other way. The only thing those other phones have got that this doesn't have is IP ratings. Now this doesn't have an official IP rating, but if you watch Zach's Jerry Rig Everything, where he takes apart the phones, you'll see that they've actually sealed a lot of this phone, and OnePlus do say that it will withhold splashes and things like that, so they just didn't go for the costly IP rating. So you are not going to buy a better phone than this for the money. You're not going to buy, I would say that this is the best $800 phone you could buy if it was $800, but it's not. The 256 gig model, 8 gig of RAM is $629. The 128 gig version with 8 gig of RAM is $579, and like I say, the 64 gig 6 gig of RAM version is only $529. This phone's fantastic. It's going to stay in my pocket for a while, at least until the T series comes. So yeah, highly recommend. I love it. I've had it for 30 days or so, and I'm going to have it for at least another 30 or so, which is unusual for me. If you know me, I change my phones weekly usually. So OnePlus 6 is a definite winner. It's a nice phone. Do yourself a favor, go out and buy it. If you're looking at a phone for 500 bucks, you're going to get all the top end specs for mid-range money. It's a no-brainer. So let me know what you think. If you got a OnePlus 6, if you got a Galaxy S9, have you used them both? Am I full of crap? Are you going to tell me your S9's better than this? Whatever, you let me know. Let me know in the comments down there, or you can also catch me on Twitter at ModernDad, MODRNDAD. Love to talk it out with you. Alright, so that's it. It's my first month with the OnePlus 6. Peace out, guys. Bye.